Hey everybody, it's Nicholas Ashbaugh. I thought I would show up today because it is the equinox, and whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere, it's an equal amount of light. We're all sort of experiencing the same thing. That's pretty rare. And interestingly enough, as I pulled the daily card for today, for those of you that have seen it, it was the Two of Pentacles, which was about creating better balance in your life. So given that we're on a day where we have an equal amount of light and dark, we got the Two of Pentacles, I thought I would show up and see, where is there an opportunity to create balance? Where are there things that might be coming through that could be inhibiting that? And what's it all about? So let's take a look at this mini read for the equinox. Welcome, everybody. Take a moment and release any thoughts that might be in your mind. Because we're working with the energy of the sun, imagine that it's directly overhead and you can actually capture a beam of light in your hand and create a circle around your body. In this safe space, let's call in angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters. We'll look at the past. Beautiful energy for today. How wonderful is that too? I just talked about capturing a beam of light. There we go. Anyway, past, present, and future. All right. Let's also get some oracle cards helping us tune into this. Okay, very interesting. So the bridge came through. Cosmic egg. And mortification, very interesting. How wonderfully synchronistic that the sun came through for the deep past. And I was mentioning we were going to look at areas where there might be an opportunity to create better balance in your life. The sun can represent reclamation of power, the solar plexus, birthing and releasing things. So there may be something that you've been holding on to, you've been waiting to initiate, and now is the time to basically press go and to begin that birthing, creating, and nurturing process. This is also in no uncertain way reminding you that you have what it takes to make something happen. So if there has been a lack of self-confidence, a lack of support, particularly when it comes to parents, teachers, or whoever in your life you normally lean on, this is about, in this moment, reminding you that you've got this, with or without that. Additionally, this might be a time to forge new relationships, different from the ones that might not have been there before. It does require perhaps you reaching out and saying, hey, what do you think? I see receptivity without a doubt here. This, if we look at it like the sun in our solar system, is a card of, it's cohesive, it's the glue, it's the thing that brings everything together. And no surprise here that we see a bridge coming through. So you could be pulling in these new networks. It's kind of like pushing out roots. I see a chance right now to let go of the things that didn't support you, which we just talked about, and create better connections as well. There could also be a chance for reparation, saying, I love you, I'm sorry, or making things work with someone when it didn't before. So that's one thing right now, some healing. But I also see this as outreach. Some of you may have in your planetary or personal goals this dream or desire to teach, to mentor, to heal, to change. We're in a period of time right now where there's a lot of disruption. There's a lot of need for this, for helping hands, for love, for acceptance, because we're seeing the opposite of it. So I try to do it here. Some of you may be trying to do it in different ways, creating a bridge, connecting people rather than separating people. We need that right now. So however you can do that, please do. And it can just be by showing up in the world and showing that sense of love and support. It doesn't necessarily have to be some sort of, grand gesture. All right, so let's bring it all together and focus on the energy of today. So the sun, birthing or creating, we just talked about the importance of maybe being the connector or taking that step across the bridge so that something can happen. And the reason it's so important is your card for today, for the equinox in particular, is the world. It is expansion, it is completion, it is going beyond your wildest dreams. And also it's a planetary card. Apologies, by the way, that I had to cover up part of it. YouTube gets a little sensitive sometimes. Here's a version of it that doesn't require any editing. So the world card is basically associated with not just going the distance, but also reaching a larger audience or making a larger impact than you thought you could. So a beautiful marriage of what we were just talking about. Never underestimate your ability to make a difference. That's the big takeaway on this. Whether it's a difference in your family, a difference in your finances, a difference in the world, whatever it is you're trying to do, we see expanding energy right now. So whatever lacked before is no longer lacking. In fact, it wants to go bigger. It wants to go into the sort of energy of growth and expansion, provided that you're ready to do that. Interestingly enough, just to talk about why some of the cards don't have people that are fully covered, like the Star card. The Star card is you connected to your highest self. There's nothing to hide. Same thing with the World card. By the time you get to the energy of the world, it's kind of like take me or leave me. And that's what she's saying. You can kind of see it in her arms, take me or leave me. The planetary piece is really cool because another thing here is when you can focus on how we are similar, like what our common goals and interests are, how to basically emotionally connect with someone, you can get so much more done. It's when we focus on the differences that we build walls, and when walls exist, you can't kind of connect. So it feels like there's a lot of community building, a lot of breaking down barriers, whether it's emotional, figurative, or maybe even structural. And so some of what you might be doing is leading the way to create this bridge of possibility. And you could be making your own bridge, like I can't see it in the world, so I'm going to make it. You could be helping someone else do it, or you could be asking for help. Here's the thing. You want to go big and you want to reach out beyond your typical sort of connections. So that's one of the things that we see here. All right, looking at the clarifying card, we have a cosmic egg. And just like the sun card, I mentioned that can be a birthing one. I see like a mama snake protecting that egg very much so. It doesn't matter which position an egg is in, so we're not really reading this as reversed, just as I'm a little bit nervous to share this, to show this, to go for this. I'm a little scared to get out of the egg, get out of the chrysalis, the cocoon. And that's really what today is about too. You don't need permission from me, but maybe you need encouragement, or maybe it's just good to hear. Affirmation is coming forth that it is time to break through what isn't going to be a difficult sort of shell here. It's just this last little piece. I feel like just the decision, the communication, and the initial action, the rest of the egg, the rest of the facade, the rest of whatever it is that's there will just fall away naturally. So I see things dissolving and getting clearer, and I think you're really on the precipice of something big expanding in your life. Now for the challenge. So far it's been rainbows and unicorns for the most part. A little bit of challenge here, but this is what I would basically call a self-fulfilling prophecy. Let's talk about it for a second. If we look at this modern version of the card, we see 3 cups, one that's slightly different. In this one, we see 3 in front and one that's floating in front of the person. Common theme here. There's something that's a little bit out of the usual. There's something close to you that could be missed if you're not looking. 3 empty cups here, one that's full, but the person's not looking. Again, this could be an opportunity, but they're not looking. They're focusing on this. I talked earlier, just a week ago, about distraction. Thoughts can distract us, people can distract us, events can distract us. There's an opportunity, there's something ripe for the picking. That's why I prefer the traditional card. It's right there. You could just go for it. But look at the person. I feel like many of us feel like that from day to day. It's sort of like, why me, or why this, or how come? It's the little kid inside that's just tired of whatever it is that's in front of you. And the universe is saying, okay, but there's something else. That isn't the point. The whatever's going on is so that you'll look in a different direction. And it's saying, if you focus on the idea that it's half full rather than half empty, you can start to do something with that. You can make this an opportunity. There may be something in your life that you're not happy with, mortification. You say you're mortified when you're embarrassed, or when something didn't go well, or when you just wish that you could take that back. It's okay to have that feeling, but let's do something with it. What is it right now that's making you feel either distracted, or making you feel unhappy, or that you wish that people didn't see that part of you? Because interestingly enough, This is a time where the universe wants to come through and reveal. So it's time to reveal. It's time to figure things out. It's time to deal with it. And when you do, then that floating opportunity that we see in this card reveals itself. There's a few common themes that I'm seeing as I look at all of these cards. Some of you are sitting on something big. It's right in front of you, but it might be difficult to reach out and go for it because there's something else distracting you. Some of you may be thinking, do I want to bring whatever this is into this moment? Because there's things that make you feel that sense of, it's not what I want. Maybe even it is mortification, right? The interesting thing is, if we go to the root of this word, mort, it's death. Death. There's a death of something that was, and that helps us kind of like let go of that and step into what could be. So I really do feel like we have to let go of what we can't control and focus on what we can. Let's see, what is the silver lining in this moment? What's it all about? Why did we decide to come to this planet at this moment? And what should we be focusing on? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is a really powerful card to close things on today. There are two things that come to mind. One is, this too shall pass. The challenge, the distraction, whatever sort of block might be in the way. And the only way out is through, basically. And what we see here is some of us might be in the throes of the emotional moment, but then on the other side, we see liberation, we see the wings. And so this can also be numerically important. It could be 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months. So cyclically, this takes us through almost a year, maybe to October at the very least. And it's saying, if you can just keep pushing, there will be significant changes between now and when this wheel spins in the other direction, and it's worth it. So let's review everything here. You don't have to do any of this alone. The bridge is coming through. You can reach out. You can be the bridge. You have strength and power. Many of you are sitting on something that you want to do, but there is a block. I had even put a block here, ironically. And people don't want you to show yourself, or you're afraid to sort of like be seen. What we have here then is this sort of frustration, the emotions. How do I get through this? What else is there? Time will reveal some of it, but also you can create and change this. If you don't like something, be the agent of change. And basically this will come to pass. That actually is what, if we look at the mort piece of this, death, something is coming to a close, is changing, is morphing. And whatever hatches from this will be better, will be stronger. And there's, one chapter that needed to come to a close. So you're going to be okay. It's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of something new. So this is an opportunity for you now to decide what is that new thing going to be, because you can be one of the architects in that. This can come through at graduation. This can come through when you retire, when you get married, when you have a kid. There's a lot going on in the world right now. There are so many different things where we think, well, what's after this? So exactly, what is it that you want to do next? And what are the steps that you're going to start to take starting today? Because the energy is even, it's a good time to plan. Yes, we're in a Mercury retrograde. It won't last forever. Take the next week or so and put some things to paper. It's a really good time to plan, and it's a great time to deal with stuff that's been building up for a while and say, how am I going to address this? How am I going to fix this? Okay? I hope that this resonated with all of you. If it did, do me a favor, like and subscribe. It's 100% free. And if I can get the graphic up here, it helps the channel grow. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. If you want to check out my podcast and haven't done so, please do that. Other ways to make sure that you're connected are basically to join me on social media. That way you never miss a future post. You can also give back with a super sticker, super like, super thanks, or a membership. And these are amazing tools to make sure that I'm able to do bonus videos like this and just continue to show up every single month. So thank you in advance to those that go the extra mile. You can always go to my website for additional information. And I think Apollo's behind us. So let's pull the camera up for a second and we'll gently give him a little pat on the head. I don't want to bother him, but we'll do that and then we'll wrap up. Hey, buddy. Who's a good boy? Yes. All right, everybody. Much love and light. Thank you so much for being the best part of what I do here on YouTube. Hope to see you soon. In the meantime, take care.